Well, hello everyone. I just wanted to give a little update on how to clear out some water that's accumulating inside of my 2002 BMW 330i. So we just had like 3 days of rain, and this car was not garaged during that time, which apparently I had some clogs. Most of the clogs happened in here. I'm not going to cover that right now, but when it clogged here, basically it did slosh through and drip here and here in the car, and then when that poured down through, it went into this well here. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of water, or actually history of a lot of water in this well. So by that water line that you see right here. And I've kind of got that pulled back with a crowbar there just to allow that to dry behind that piece of carpet. And I do have a fan in here also kind of drying it out. But I want to show you basically where what the resolution for this is. So I did remove all of the battery compartment pieces. As you can see here, these are the pieces that contain the battery, right? Pull all that out. There's just a number of tools you'll need. You need something like I'm not sure what size that is there, but you'll need a little thing like this to pull out these bolts here, right? Anyway, you'll get all that out. You get the battery removed. You can figure that out. But after I removed this, I didn't suck the water out or anything. What I did was I reached down and let's see if I can do this here. Right here is a plug. Now I've reversed it. I took a pick and I pulled that plug out, and all the water rushed out, and I'll show you where underneath in a moment. And then I placed the plug back in, but I put it in from the bottom. And the reason I did that is if I ever need to remove it again to let the water out, then I only have to remove it from the bottom. I don't have to take all of this stuff out here, all of the battery and everything out. And just to show you, there's another plug. I'll just take that out for a moment. There's another plug right here at the top part, okay, right up there. And I removed that plug also from the inside with a pick, and I just replaced it underneath. And let me show you where I did all that. So come down here, and hopefully I can show you this. So here, underneath the car, is the plug I replaced back in, upside down. And I also replaced that one. So if this ever fills up with water again, I'll just come here and pick that out, right? And the water will just pour right out of the bottom. So no more problem there. Now while I'm down here, there was another plug, and I'm gonna try and show it's right there. This is under the car, right there. And there's not a plug, but that's a hole. And I'll show you where that. So that's right here. This is inside the trunk. This is where the tire would go. And you have these little plugs like this here. One here and there and there. That one was already missing, but the water was still accumulating in here. And so what I did was I took something like a long brush like this, just something I found, and I would just stick it in here. And that hole underneath that I showed you is somewhere around over here underneath the car, and there's another one over here underneath the car. But without going under the car and doing anything, I just kind of was fishing this in back and forth. Same thing going this direction, back and forth until I cleared out the debris, and then the water just poured out. And it came out really fast and hard. So it was like releasing a stuck gutter. So that's how I cleaned out the water in the back of my car, where it accumulated in the battery compartment and where it accumulated here in the spare tire well. Does that resolve why the car is leaking? No, but that's for another video. That is up in, again, it's up in this compartment here. And since I have the battery out, I can't lift this up right now, so or I would show that to you. But again, just inside, you have to remove the battery, you have to get to this compartment. But once you do, find those two plugs, one at the front and one at the back of the car, and just pop them out with a pick. And I'll show you the pick I used. So I just used something like this, right? And just pop that out. And voila, all the water will pour out. Make sure you have a catch pan underneath to grab it if you're in your garage. And I've got to let this dry out real good before I put everything back. Just wanted to share that video with you guys as I experienced a lot of rain recently. And yeah, actually that water had probably been there a lot longer than I've ever known, because it's evidence of very old, dirty water down there. But I cleaned all the sludge out, wiped it down real well. And then these parts here, these are what's gonna hold the battery in place. I spray painted those. There was just a little bit of rust. It wasn't too bad, but I thought, well, let me just spray paint them and try to protect them a little bit while I've got them out. And so that's what I did there. And so that's it. Hope this was helpful.